and they have to allow public access.
And just to confirm, I know you've already said, I believe, twice, but what exactly is Jessica Hood potentially doing wrong, or you're trying to just make sure she's doing correct?
Yeah, they didn't even bother to ask us when we got here. They just called you guys.
The conversation.
I'm not calling you anything.
You absolutely just did.
Tonight, we're taking you from a tense confrontation outside a Trader Joe's in California to a shocking investigation into private judges operating behind closed doors. These officers may have gone too far when they tried to intimidate citizens simply for exercising their constitutional rights. One activist says a deputy used intimidation during a public petition. Another investigative reporter asks a question that nobody inside that law office wanted to answer. Are they secretly running a public courtroom in private? The original creators behind these videos continue exposing government accountability, First Amendment rights, and public transparency. And you should absolutely support their work. Their channel links are down below. Go subscribe, follow them, and tell them ID Refusal Cops sent you, because we love civil rights and the Constitution. But the real question is, will these citizens back down? Or will the pressure from police and officials expose something much bigger? You are definitely going to learn something from these encounters, and you will probably have strong opinions before this video ends.
My name is Susan Bassey. I'm an investigative reporter, and I'm here because Ms. Huey is now doing parenting coordinations. She's taking those cases, and that's under CCP 638, and that requires her, this makes this her offices a courthouse when she's holding hearings on that kind of issue, and the public has a right to attend. So I'm here to see if she's posting that and where she would conduct those hearings so that the public can attend that.
Is there a number that we can contact you, or?
And I know that Ms. Ford, Nicole Ford, is telling clients to use her. And I'm aware of others, and they don't appear to be being posted at the courthouse, so I'm checking if they're being posted, and then that she's following the law after that. Posting the hearings, is aware that this office is a public courthouse, so if she's having a hearing, we need to be able to come in and watch how she conducts that.
Okay, I will go ahead and pass this along.
Okay, great, thank you.
What is your role?
Me? I'm a legal assistant.
Oh, okay. Are you like a paralegal or
No,
one of
just
her
a legal
admins?
assistant, yeah.
Thank you.
A tenant, Jessica Huey, who is appointed as a parenting coordinator.
Okay.
And that means a private judge. And that means she notices her office as a public courthouse. And when she holds hearings, the public is entitled to come to those hearings. So your building, as the property manager, you should probably be aware of that. You can't make locked doors and obstruct the public from gaining access when she's doing her parenting coordinators proceedings. So that's why we were here. We were here to look and see if she's posting her notices and if she's allowing the public into her building. And I'm an investigative reporter, and I'm reporting on that.
Okay. How did you get into the building?
Walked in.
This is where the entire conflict changes direction. Susan argues that once an attorney accepts authority under California Code of Civil Procedure, Section 638, the legal proceeding carries public obligations similar to a courtroom. Notice the hesitation from the building manager. Nobody is yelling, nobody is threatening anyone, but the tension rises because one side understands the legal implications and the other suddenly realizes this may no longer be just a private office. This moment demonstrates how transparency laws can collide with private business interests in family court systems.
Okay. So I'm not really clear on the law, but I would suggest if there is a court involved, that the court issue an order.
Court doesn't need to issue an order, it's the law. If she accepts private judging appointments as a parenting coordinator, which I
understand.
have, she has to allow us access to come in and watch her hearings.
And I assume that a court would need to confirm that.
No, it's just the law. So if
I'm assuming that you know the law, but I don't know the law.
I understand that.
We own the building, and we don't allow people to come through and without being an invited guest.
Then Jessica Huey's not going to be able to take cases that make her office a public courtroom. So
So I'm
That's a
assuming you're
tenant
going to
issue.
report that to the court and,
I'm a reporter. I report articles and I write articles.
okay.
So I will be doing that, and I also have social media platforms, and I will be
Okay.
doing that
I
as
mean,
well.
again, I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. I just got reports that you were here without being invited to be here, and that's kind of the question that I have. And
So the public is always invited to public proceedings.
I'll assume that you're correct on that, and I'll talk to Jessica about it. And if that's the law, then she'll have to make a decision as to whether we really can accommodate the public coming in here. And you know, obviously she has her private office. If she wants to invite the private office or people into her private office, that's up to her.
I understand that, and I'm saying I'm a reporter that follows the law and the cases. And so if she's accepting and soliciting business as a parenting coordinator, she's obligated to post where she holds hearings for that. And
Did she
so
posted that they're happening here?
she hasn't done her paperwork properly at the
Okay.
court, which is what I'm investigating. But when she does, and she has to do that, then she has to make it these offices, and she's been using her office address for those private judging appointments. So I will get you the paperwork. If you'd like to give me your business card, I'll send you the paperwork on that, because it does sound like you have a conflict with your tenant doing things that make this building a public courthouse. I've encountered this many times before. People have called the police. You cannot trespass me on it. And
I'm not
if-
looking to do that. I'm looking to understand what it is.
And I'm happy to
discuss
explain it.
with her if in fact that's the case and she needs to provide access. And we need to understand what it is and how that impacts and decide, well, you can or you can't do that. It sounds to me like she shouldn't be doing that. Whether she's noticed it properly or not, I'm not sure. But let me talk to her about it. You know, it sounds like she needs to talk to the court and figure out what is entailed with what she's doing and whether that it's appropriate for her to do that here.
who called you about us, her or?
One of our other tenants just said
Mr.
that
Orlando?
there were some people here in the common areas.
So I'm a reporter, and I knock on doors and I go places, and I just asked Mr. Orlando if he would also like to comment. And I also did a live stream from this building too.
Okay, what reporting do you work for?
So I'm an independent investigative reporter, and my articles are published online in the Davis Vanguard. And then I have social media platforms as well.
Okay.
My name is Susan Bassey.
Okay.
Do you have a business card?
I don't.
And what is your
I
name?
can give you my my name and my email.
Okay.
I'm Nick Adamson. I'm the building owner's manager.
Okay.
This is my office.
Okay, it's a pretty office.
Thank you. So again, I'll talk to her about this.
Okay.
You know, again, if she decides that she's going to do this and she's required to provide public access, then she'll need to either decide to let you into her office or post it someplace else.
That's right.
This common area is not.
And she can do that. She can say, I'm going to hold my hearings at ABC address and not hold them here. But the public is entitled to notice whenever she's holding a hearing as a private judge. She should know the law at CC.
I think one of the tenants called. I'm the building manager. Okay. And
Hi.
I'll let her explain.
I'm Susan Bassey. I'm an investigative
There
reporter.
you go. You're the one that they're talking about.
Who called?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. That's why we're here to figure that out.
So we've talked to the building manager. I'm an investigative reporter.
Okay.
And Jessica Huey is getting appointed as a parenting coordinator, which makes her a private judge. And that makes her address a public courthouse. Yeah, she's
What?
A records dog.
Oh,
she comes with me.
Yeah.
She's my dog.
Oh man, she's a senior. It's a girl.
She's 16.
I was gonna say she can tell she's a senior dog.
Yeah, she is. So we're just leaving. I've done what I needed to do. I went and asked John Orlando for comment on a story that I'm doing. He's in this building. And then I also,
He's not with you, correct?
no, he's the building manager. So we've already just
You wanna
talked
talk to him
about,
real quick?
Yeah.
Let me just stand by real quick.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just here to figure it out because I believe someone that's not here called in because I believe the person that called saw you through the camera. They recognized you. They did say that was your name that you just said right now.
It was
And
probably Jessica Huey's office.
I'm not 100% sure again. And also, and I don't believe anyone in this actual building has a restraining order against you. So as of now, it sounds like you're good. I'm just curious to know why they called. I wasn't sure if you were causing a scene or maybe you're.
I'm doing my job. I'm an investigative reporter.
Oh, okay.
This segment shifts from a property dispute into a constitutional issue. Susan is no longer just investigating a legal office. She is defending the role of a free press under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. The officer never orders her to identify herself. He never claims she committed a crime, and that silence matters legally. In many First Amendment audit cases, police presence alone creates pressure. But constitutionally protected journalism does not disappear simply because someone feels uncomfortable being questioned.
And Jessica Huey is appointed as a parenting coordinator under CCP 638. And that means that she becomes a private judge. And the case issues move from the public court to her offices.
Okay.
And she's required to allow the public access to her hearings, and she's required to post those hearings. And I was coming to see if she was following the law.
And what was the name of that lady that you just said?
The code,
Or the lady that you just mentioned?
Jessica Huey, of the law offices of Huey and Gamble.
And you were just here to make sure she's following the law?
Yep, I'm here investigating that and John Orlando, who does custody evaluations.
Okay, and do you mind me asking, who do you work for exactly?
And for those of you who follow this platform, you know that journalists work for the public. And we're going to continue reporting on these attorneys not following the law and then calling the police on our news gathering activities, because the First Amendment protects the business of the free press.
I was on my way out, the building manager stopped me. So
So you didn't get to investigate?
I did.
Oh,
I
you did
spoke to her paralegal or her
Okay.
legal secretary, and it didn't appear she had any notices. There's a barrier to the door, which means that the public's coming here for a hearing.
Yeah.
And I just spoke to the manager, and he said if she is taking those assignments, she may not be able to do them here in this building because this building doesn't want to allow public access, and they have to allow
Yeah.
public access.
And just to confirm, I know you've already said, I believe, twice, but what exactly is Jessica Huey potentially doing wrong, or you're trying to just make sure she's doing correct?
I'm trying to make sure she's following the private judging, that she's posting her cases at the courthouse,
Okay.
that the public has access to see them, to the court files. So when an attorney becomes a private judge
Yes.
instead of a public court judge, the attorney then moves the case out of public court, and their offices become the new courthouse.
One video exposes what happens when journalists ask difficult questions inside a system hidden from public view. The next shows what happens when ordinary citizens exercise their rights in public, and authorities still respond with pressure, intimidation, and police presence.
How you doing?
Deputy Conradi, my ID is 5443, so we get this out of the way immediately.
I think this is private property here. Pretty sure.
You're misunderstanding Pruneyard then.
Are you a petitioner right now?
Absolutely.
You are a petitioner.
That is what I'm doing here. They are misinforming everybody. I am absolutely doing a petition to federalize crimes against children. You can scan it right here.
No, I don't want to scan any of your stuff.
Well, no, why not? Are you offended by me trying to stop?
No.
Oh, okay. Just
I'm
making
not.
sure.
I just don't want to scan it.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
So, but I still
That's your
believe
choice.
this is private property here. I know
Doesn't
you.
matter for Pruneyard.
There are variations in Pruneyard. You're aware of that too, right?
I absolutely know, and I'm extremely well versed.
Because
In
it's
fact,
not-
I have an entire channel based on
Very
Pruneyard,
good,
the
very
law,
good.
and
What's
all
your name?
three of its. Huh?
What's your name?
I can't share that with you right now.
What? Well, you have a channel. What if I wanted to look up your
I
channel?
just told you the name of the channel.
I
It's
didn't catch it.
Literally named Pruneyard.
Okay. I don't know where there would be a
Where I
room
practice.
right now here that they congregate necessarily.
What do you mean?
People congregate. That's the basis of Pruneyard.
Yes.
There's
Congregate.
tables
Any
over there.
outdoor-
There's
it's
a
area
restaurant
where they-
area.
doesn't
It's
matter.
not a common area.
It does
Anyway,
qualify.
okay.
In fact, we've had this conversation with
Yeah.
your very department, who have
Okay.
affirmed that I am
Why do you
correct.
carry that spray?
What
Who
spray?
are you afraid for? Afraid
What are you
of?
talking about?
The-
You
the
don't even
best-
know what that
the
is.
spray. Well, I think based on my training experience, I identify it as either pepper or bear spray or whatever.
Well, you may or may not be incorrect, and I think that you are incorrect,
Okay.
but
So what are you guys just doing here?
I am doing a petition. I'm filming
I don't
the
see you
process.
petitioning anything right now. You're just filming.
What do you
people who
mean?
bait
Because I'm
something
having
out
a
there.
conversation.
I don't.
I
know.
literally just got two signatures
baiting.
while you were in here,
Okay.
listening to him complain in your ear and give you a bunch of misinformation. I got two more signatures.
Okay.
So
Yeah, they didn't
If you
even
wanna
bother
keep-
to
if you wanna
ask
keep
us
calling
when we
me a
got here.
liar,
They
then
just
we'll
called you
terminate
guys.
the conversation.
I'm not calling you anything.
You
right now.
absolutely just did.
This is the moment the encounter turns from annoyance into constitutional debate. The activist invokes the Pruneyard Shopping Center v. Robbins 1980 decision, a Californian constitutional doctrine protecting certain free speech and petitioning activities inside publicly accessible shopping centers. Notice how the deputy pauses instead of immediately ordering them to leave. That hesitation matters. In First Amendment encounters, uncertainty from law enforcement often signals that constitutional protections may actually apply. The scene works because nobody raises their voice. The tension comes from competing interpretations of the law standing face to face in public.
No, that
You did.
You're
I said that I'm a
insinuating.
petitioner,
You're insinuating.
I don't
and
see
you
you.
said I don't see you petitioning
Yeah, I don't see
because
it.
we are
You're holding
engaging
a
in a
camera in
cordial
everybody's face.
conversation.
What?
Whose face did I run up and throw a camera in?
Jeez.
And mine, for instance.
In yours.
Well,
No,
you're
you
law
actually walked
enforcement.
up.
You guys are.
Hold
You
on.
should be used to that,
Except
right?
you walked up to my camera and got into my face, so you're incorrect.
Okay.
And you are
right.
again
You're right.
insinuating that I did something that I didn't do.
You're right.
I know I'm right because I recorded it.
I recorded too.
Okay. Well, then you could review the footage and realize you walked into my camera, not the other way around.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
So I didn't get in anybody's face. I haven't done that since I've been here. I am working on
Well,
a petition.
I have witnesses
shown
who
you
say-
the
who say
petition.
that.
Well, they're lying. I have it
We
on
have-
camera.
we have video evidence
Unlike
that
those
would
witnesses,
discredit the
camera
witnesses.
is the only thing that tells the truth.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Perfect.
But cool. All right. Anything else?
Well, I'm just surprised, really surprised.
About what?
About
that we're knowledgeable in regards to Pruneyard or petitioning?
Yeah.
Or are you more surprised or shocked about what I'm petitioning about?
No, more about Pruneyard.
Okay.
Your interpretation of Pruneyard.
Okay. Well, I've confirmed
I don't
with your
think it's,
department, in fact, only a week and a half ago with your department, that I am 100% correct
Okay.
with your leadership.
Who did you talk to?
I can't recall. It's on the video.
Okay. Well, can't you recall from the video?
No, I do this every day, and I talk to deputies and officers on a daily basis. Absolutely not. I'm not going to remember everybody's name.
No. Can you recall it from the video? I mean, can you look at the video?
Oh, I
and tell me?
absolutely could, but I'm not going to do that
Okay,
right now. That would be
that's
me doing a job for you. Pardon?
what?
I'm filming. What? I wasn't even looking that way. Do you have any more concerns or?
No, I'm just standing here,
All right.
being present,
All right.
All right.
just observing your petitioning process, just
Well,
to make
I'm not
myself
gonna-
more knowledgeable.
Well, I'm not going to continue the petitioning process as long as you're standing in my face.
Okay.
So, and the fact you're preventing me from continuing.
I don't
the
think I'm
petitioning
preventing you from
process. No, you
doing
are.
anything. Yeah, okay.
You are.
I can confirm that with my department that I'm not preventing you from anything. You can confirm that with my department that I'm not preventing you from doing anything.
Well, you were blocking the area where I was doing my petitioning at.
I'm just standing
Okay.
in this place.
You can call it that, but again,
I'm
I
not blocking. You're
recorded-
free to leave. You're free to go around me. You're free to go anywhere. I'm not blocking anyone.
Except I am more
You're
comfortable doing the petition
insinuating.
here
You're
because I am out of the way right here. If I
You're
move to the
insinuating
other side,
to use your word.
Yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
blocking.
if I
I
move
did
to
say
that side, I am
That's
in the
what
way.
you were
if I
doing.
stay here, I am actually less in the way of anybody. So
No.
I'm not creating, this,
Okay.
a
All right,
hindrance
guys,
of
so
pathway movement
this
and
is,
all that stuff, so.
This is
Yeah,
like
you can hide.
one of those deputy
But
what?
you can feel free to observe the process. if
I would
you
like
wanna
to.
go over
That's
there.
why I'm here.
Well,
Cognac.
if you want to step back over there, you can.
No, I just hang out here. Can I observe it from
It
here?
can be really difficult to do this with you right
You
here.
were earlier. You were over there
Because
petitioning,
somebody
right?
had walked me over there to
Okay.
have a conversation with me outside of the employee yelling and screaming at them to ignore us.
Don't you have like
So-
real crimes that go
I know,
handle?
right?
Like this is
what's going on here? Like,
so ridiculous. We're here for 2 minutes. They call you guys
you're gonna,
without even asking us a single question.
yeah.
We've bothered no one. We've hindered no one. We've blocked no
I've
one.
gotten
We've
like
impeded
7 signatures
nothing.
in 20 minutes.
That's insane that they would just call you. And now you're just going to stand here and waste
I'm
tax
talking about
dollars?
from the entire time. I got 2 while you were standing here listening to him whine and complain. I have a pretty good memory if you want to keep challenging me and calling me a liar.
No, I will not
You
challenge
just,
you.
again,
you
called me a
mentioned
liar.
2 earlier. Look at your video. You
I
said
did.
2.
While you were standing, I specifically
never
said,
said
while
7.
you were standing
Oh my
there
God.
getting yelled at
Yeah.
by him,
And that was
I got
the
2 more
basis of
signatures.
my information.
I have gotten 7 since I've been
You
here for
just
25
offered
minutes.
that information.
Because
just now.
because I felt like offering it now, but why would you then call me a liar?
I didn't call you a
You
liar.
did. You absolutely did.
I said you. I thought you said 2.
I did, but in a different time window.
Well,
It's very strange. Very, very, very strange.
He's digging his heels in right now. It's
He
like,
really is.
Yeah,
The ego will not let him walk away.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
he doesn't want to let it go and
And
just
I have a cordial
go catch
relationship
some
with your
real.
entire department.
real
I don't
crime.
know why you're doing this to me. I really don't. Literally, I've been nothing but respectful to your entire department. I have a lot of respect for your job. I'm not anti-cop in any sense of the word. And right
Not
now,
at all.
Jesus is watching you. Treat me very poorly.
I think Jesus is watching me all the time.
Okay. Well, then
Just
maybe
now.
treat people better. Like people petitioning
all
exactly what I'm
directions.
out here petitioning. Maybe not be condescending. Maybe not block me from continuing what I'm doing. Where you walked and inserted yourself right here in front of me to prevent me from further completing my petitioning process. So
I'm
now
not
you're
preventing
telling
you from
me that
anything.
my option is to move around you, even though
can,
you have
yeah.
obstructed my petitioning process.
You can.
Okay, no, I know I can, but I'm choosing not to because you're the one that's obstructing my.
The atmosphere changes instantly once the conversation shifts toward the deputy's firearm posture. The activist references the California Bane Act, Civil Codes 52.1, a law addressing intimidation, threats, or coercion interfering with constitutional rights. Nobody physically touches anyone, nobody issues a direct threat, but the camera captures something more subtle: body positioning, silence, proximity, and perception. This is why these encounters generate millions of views online. Viewers are left asking the same question in real time. Was the officer maintaining safety or creating pressure?
Where I was already standing, where I was already collecting signatures. And now you're standing right in front of me preventing that, which is technically a violation of the Bane Act because you're doing it in a very intimidating manner. You're armed, you're staring me down,
I'm not even looking at you, dude.
Okay, well, but you're armed and,
Why-
chilling here right in front of me.
Why is
This
your
very intimidating.
why do you have your hand on your
Do you know the
firearm
qualifier?
with your holster undone?
Oh, I know. He's got
My holster
his
is not
ready
crazy.
to shoot me.
My holster's not undone. Don't insinuate
Look at
that,
this.
sir. My
He's
holster's not
ready
undone.
to shoot me. He's
Don't
got his hand on
insinuate.
his gun.
God, you guys
He's-
are too much.
No, not too
Well,
much.
I mean,
I am telling you,
you are
the fact.
resting your
You
hand
came-
right on it.
You
Yes.
came and
I'm resting
blocked
because
me
I'm resting
from
it.
continuing my
That's
petition.
right. I'm
Are-
resting it.
okay.
I'm resting it. Thank you.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, because I'm resting it.
You can't rest it like on somewhere else. Most
Well, it's intimidating.
oh,
This
you don't
is-
have the
so
vest where you can do
this
the
is how somebody who is
chicken wing.
against my petition intimidates people out of petitioning. This is the perfect example. This is a Bane Act violation by preventing a petitioner from doing the petition under intimidation, which is exactly what's going on right here. This is a Bane Act violation in accordance with the law of California.
You can call me deputy. That's okay.
I said Mr. Conradi.
Yeah, I saw you can call me also deputy. Deputy Conradi works just fine.
Mr. Conradi.
Two different locations, two completely different encounters, but the same pattern appeared in both videos. The moment ordinary people started asking questions, pressure followed immediately. One journalist investigated secretive private courtroom practices. Another citizen stood in public exercising constitutional rights while facing intimidation and police scrutiny. That's why understanding the law matters, because rights mean very little if people are too afraid to use them. At ID Refusal Cops, we believe peaceful resistance starts with knowledge, not anger. You do not need permission to understand your rights, and in this country, freedom is not something you beg for, it is something you exercise. If you've ever been pressured, questioned, or asked for ID in a situation that didn't feel right, share your experience in the comments below. Subscribe so you never walk into these encounters uninformed again. This is ID Refusal Cops, where constitutional knowledge becomes your strongest defense.